But there's no excuse for being a bad host. She sucks me off.
I
Damn
don't
it.
think. Wreath, no.
Wreath. See, because they both have a big hole in them. So on to the main rant I was going to bring up a while ago.
So we didn't heal.
Yeah, we'll do fine.
That's what. Oh, Shadow.
They're the only two hurt.
Remoraid.
Uh,
Okay, let's not get on the rant of Remoraid and Octillery.
yeah.
Because that's one that makes no fucking sense.
To the point where I was going to say he evolves into the giant manatee. Not manatee, the ray. That has one under...
Mantine. I
Man.
always thought that they were the...
A Remoraid right
Exactly.
there.
I always thought they were the evolution. I always found a Remoraid. I'm like, yes, I can get the one I want.
Yeah, because Manatine's cool.
I like Mantine.
You know what's another Pokemon that was really important show-wise, just like Delibird, but really got no love anywhere else, was Wishcast.
I like Wishcast.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? Like, in the show, Wishcast was all the fucking time they talked about him, it felt
Yeah,
like.
he was supposed to be like a really wise old fish.
Yeah, but in everything else, he was barely anywhere.
Yeah, he's dumb and stupid.
Yeah.
You already killed a Pokemon?
Yeah,
Spinarak, right?
Spinarak, I beat the fuck out of him.
I see.
God, I wish you had more moves, Flaffy.
You can always put in Quagsire and tank a lot of shit.
I mean, yeah, but I feel like Flaffy's actually going to kind of accomplish that goal for us.
Yeah. Flaffy doesn't look like a tank, but she is, or he, I should say. Yeah, no. Man, I'm just like thinking of Gen 4 at this point. I really like Gen 4.
Gen 4 was a good generation.
I think it did a lot. Like I know a lot of people can complain that it doesn't feel like it's a lot of original Pokemon.
I think it was
Because it builds on a lot of other ones.
I think it was a quote-unquote necessary evil. It was needed to finish out a lot of evolutionary lines, and I'm okay with that. There's still technically new Pokemon.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it brought a lot of new ones on the table.
Exactly. Even though it was just, tacking on to old lines, they're new. And just new ones were needed, period.
Yeah, exactly. It's like they didn't feel completed. Like, to me, Electabuzz, it doesn't feel completed.
Nah,
Electivire feels much more.
Oh my god, yeah. Even in Gen 1, when there wasn't even, like, the concept that there was going to be more,
Yeah.
he didn't feel finished.
He didn't feel like his own Pokemon.
You know who still doesn't? Mr. Mime.
Yeah, Mr. Mime and Jinx.
Both of them really look like they need a third.
Yeah, I don't feel like Jinx is
Especially now that they both have a baby.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I feel like there should be one in between the baby and what we have.
Really?
Like I'd be fine with Mr. Mime being a final.
No, that's specifically what I was complaining about. I don't feel
really?
like Mr. Mime looks anything like a final. Mr. Mime looks to me like Dusclops.
Yeah, okay, I can see that. Dust Noir, I love Dust Noir.
Like he needs a version of Dust Noir for himself, and I think they could do like go off because it was like Jester, Mime, then do like it was like Jester, Mime.
Okay.
Now go full magician.
Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off.
yeah.
I was no. I was scared that it was doing the thing again from like episode 3.
Oh yeah. Do you know what I mean though?
Yeah.
Like full magician and go like really cool with him because you chose there's a Mantine.
There's our Mantine.
But like
I like Apom too.
I do
love
too.
Apom.
And Ambipom. Oh my
Like,
god, I
I
just
just-
realized that because it's
What?
ambidextrous.
Yeah.
It has 2 now.
Yeah.
Ignore me. Mantine. Yeah!
Yeah.
I'm catching a Mantine.
We got a Mantine.
And a Remoraid. See, I didn't catch the other Remoraid because I knew this would be coming.
You fools!
I was prepared.
Why didn't you? Oh right, we couldn't heal.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck, Luke?
I thought that was going to kill the Apom. Astonishing.
Astonished.
I'm astonished.
Espeon, what the fuck? Why did you go down to that?
The rant I'd been wanting to go on, though. And this is kind of in line with what we've been talking about, where, like, Pokemon don't feel finished. I don't understand the whole necessary pigeonholing for legendaries to not evolve. I'm not complaining about form changes. I think they're cool. I think they make sense. I just don't get why,
Jesus,
like,
that's a tanky boy.
I don't understand why a legendary comes out full grown, basically.
Yeah, why you find it and it's full grown.
Exactly.
I know you said you're not no healing bitch. I would heal Umbreon with something.
I ain't no healing bitch.
Okay.
Yeah, I just don't get it. Like, there's so much you could do if you had done legendary evolutions. And you could have kept the whole you can't breed them and stuff. You could have kept all that.
Jesus Christ.
Monkey critical hit.
So, I mean, he's going to die off this. Yeah.
Like, you could have kept all that stuff, though. Like, I just... Like, well, what we were talking about was the, and that's what made me think of it. The thing that makes it, that somebody was talking about, that Shaman Skyform, and then Verizon.
Verizon.
That's what I call him every time.
It's Viserion, I think it is.
I call him Verizon.
Yeah, no, I call it Verizon too.
That they look like they were supposed to be a starter that got scrapped.
Don't worry, if you don't know what we're talking about, I'll have a image up on screen.
And they really, really do. So, like, that raised the question for me, well, what was the obsession, please don't kill him, with making sure that there wasn't evolutions for legendaries?
Yeah, I don't know. It's like a thing that, like, my biggest, like, the thing that I can kind of agree with you with, because like I'm not usually upset about it not evolving. Like, as much as I like a baby Articuno or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, sweet. Or like a baby Moltres, baby Lugia, all of that.
Yeah.
And like it needs to grow into its thing, because evolution, it's proven like within the show that not every Pokemon evolves.
Yeah.
It's like you get the really old Trico in the Hoenn series.
Yeah, they don't all hit their evolution.
Yeah, so it would be neat if we got to see a baby Pokemon like actually turn into their full-grown one, and like kind of have to live to the legacy.
Yeah.
But I mean, and my biggest example is, why the fuck can Manaphy breed if its evolution is like if its evolution can't evolve?
Yeah.
It's like you got Manaphy and then Fiona, or like Fiona.
Fiona, yeah.
Which Fiona
goes out, it marries an ogre. It's a weird Pokemon, really.
How it spawned from Manaphy, we have no idea.
They don't even look alike. No, but exactly. Or like another thing with legendaries and evolutions, they could have done, and this would have been really cool. I just thought of it. Like, there was much stricter requirements on them evolving.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is like,
Riolu and Lucario is a good example of that one.
What I specifically mean on that would be like, what if the only way to get Regigigas is to have all 3 Regis?
I mean, that was in Gen 4.
And then they become your Regigigas.
Oh, they become the Regigigas.
You lose having all 3 Regis to have a Regigigas.
Oh, so it's like if you want the tank,
so almost like a fusion for legendary Pokemon.
That'd be really cool. I mean,
and that be their quote-unquote way of evolving, because that would still explain why, like, because like Pokemon breaks its own rules all the time of there can only be one legendary, but then there's not, you know, like,
yeah,
they do that all the time where it's like there can only be one of each legendary, but then, you know, like, and they do it a lot in the show.
There's 7 Groudons.
Yeah, or they do it a lot in the show where it's like there can only be one legendary. Well, Ash has met 3 different Zapdoses.
Yeah, he's ran into like a few dark, like he's ran into 2 different Darkrai's.
Yeah, we've met baby Lugias.
Yeah.
Only one that really stayed consistent. I think there is truly only one Giratina, Palkia, and Dialga, and Arceus.
Yeah, I think that's one of the only ones. Like, there's 2 Mewtwo's.
Yeah, but I feel like with the Mewtwo, there's a good argument for that. He's a clone of Mew. Technically, you could just make another one. But like with the 4 that they stayed consistent with.
But they lost all their research. Okay. Like that was in the lore. They lost everything.
But with like the 4 that they stayed consistent with, it makes sense that there's only one of each of those. There can only be one straight up God. There can only be one thing in charge of time and only one thing in charge of space.
Yeah.
Even though there's 2 things in charge of time, sort of, because of Celebi.
Oh, see, they actually explain this one. Celebi can only blip through time. It can't control it.
So Dialga's in charge of time. Celebi just doesn't have to listen to Dialga.
Celebi can travel it.
Which, that's another great way that they did multiple of one Pokemon.
Yes.
There is only one Celebi. It's just different time periods.
Yeah, it's like there are multiple.
There's multiple, but there's also one. It's
all the same one, but there are multiple.
Because time periods.
Yeah.
And like the fact that you can time travel, well, if you existed in the past, you can come to the future, and that's how it works.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, you seem good, kid.
See, I've never been able to tell that guy's age because like he acts like an adult, but he just looks like a kid.
I see that.